have so many tabs open right now on my computer. I'm like, I hope I don't forget anything. I'm like, we're just gonna go backwards and then move forward from quite a few days ago. And we're just gonna hope for the best today. Hello friends, happy Monday. So very excited that you're here. It is time to talk about manga news. So I do have one piece of manhwa news and I have no haiku news. I was like, does this count as manga or anime? I was like, no, not really, but that's okay. That's okay. I am very excited for everything that I'll be talking about today. Definitely be talking about some license announcements and just some really cool and exciting things, or at least that I personally feel are super cool and exciting. And we'll just go ahead and dive right in. Now for this first one, it's not necessarily a manga per se, but there are a group of artists that have come together. They made this Twitter account and they are doing sort of like a gacha of sorts where they have these artists and these writers have come together and you can like suggest a prompt of art or a fictional piece that you would love to see. In order to do that though, and it has to be like shoujo, sei, and yuri, that all of the proceeds from this event are going straight to Gaza. They have a list of charities that you can choose from and you just need to donate $5 to a charity. You know, take a screenshot of your receipt and then send it over in this form, and then you can suggest a couple or a character that you would love to see art or a like fanfic of. I just donated this morning, or like an hour, I guess it's not really this morning because it's later in the day, but like an hour ago I just donated. And shout out to Tweets by Cass because she did a reminder that and she actually shared too that they have extended this time to June 23rd. So if you're interested in, you know, getting some artwork, but more importantly supporting Gaza in some kind of way, this is a great event to just contribute to. I'm very, very excited. I just saw some art from one of the artists. If I can find it, I will share a screenshot of it here because it looks amazing. It's the girl from Neighborhood Story with the Palestinian flag behind her, and I'm like this, or she's holding like a pole of with the Palestinian flag, but either way, it is amazing. I loved it. I was like, this is absolutely incredible. So definitely check that out. All the links are going to be down below of anything that I mentioned today. Unfortunately, this next bit of news is not very happy news, and that is that the creator of Loving Yamada, that the series is going on hiatus due to the author's health. It was sort of supposed to be we'll say like a 4-week hiatus or a month-long hiatus, but now it's an indefinite hiatus for the time being. And so definitely think of her, send good vibes, prayers, good wishes to her. I hope that she has a speedy recovery, not just so we can get more Loving Yamada chapters, but I can imagine that's very hard to feel that your health is so low that you're not able to pursue your job or your passion of drawing, writing, whatever that may be. So it's always really hard when artists say, I have to go on hiatus for my health, which is an important thing. Like, I'm glad they're going on hiatus for the sake of their health. That's extremely important. But it's also really hard when you hear that they've worked themselves so hard because of what they're doing and creating art and whatnot. So definitely be thinking of her. We have a little bit of happier manga news here, and that is that the creator of Sugar Sugar Rune is kicking off starting a new series. I don't remember the name of the magazine or if it's going to be online, but I do know that it's about a sculptor and a performer. Here is the art. It looks really, really amazing. I didn't actually realize that the creator also wrote Happy Mania, which we also have in English, or did have in English. I don't know if it's out of stock, out of print, but I'm like, we have that. Sugar Sugar Rune is supposed to be coming from Udon at some point. So I'm like, will we get this one? And hopefully it won't be delayed as much as Sugar Sugar Rune has. But the art here looks really amazing. And I'm just excited to know that she is creating more stories and that we're going to see more for art. I'm really, really, really curious. Now, this news here was sort of like under the radar. And I was just talking to a friend on Twitter the other day, and she's like, did anybody know about this? And I'm like, I just happened to find out like earlier that day through a really random tweet from Manga Alerts. And did you guys know that there is going to be a special variant cover of Volume 1 of the Apothecary Diaries? And not just the Apothecary Diaries, but I think it was like Volume 1 of My Dress Up Darling as well. I mean, this is legit. Okay, we don't have a cover yet that they have shared with us, but it's on the, was it Penguin House website? So it's coming, and it's coming this November. There's no news about it though. Like, Square Enix has not shared anything about there being a variant cover, but there is, and it's going to be a Barnes & Noble's variant cover, I think, for My Dress Up Darling and definitely for the Apothecary Diaries. I'm very, very curious to see what it looks like because the art on those covers is absolutely stunning. So I'm like, what is it going to be? Just what is it? What is it going to be? So hopefully Square Enix will here soon have like some kind of announcement, because were all like, this is not something we expected, and you haven't said anything about it thus far, so what is going on? What is this? What is this? Speaking of manga, like really gorgeous art. I am so excited that on Bookwalker, you can actually read the first chapter. It's a free preview of Reliving, I gotta make sure I get this time right, Reliving My Life with a Boyfriend Who Doesn't Remember Me. This comes out next month. I am so excited. The light novel is by the same light novelist, hopefully I'm saying this right, of I Am a Witch. That manga is amazing. In fact, for this month alone, volume 4 of the manga has been my favorite read of this month, like thus far. I don't know if anything can top it, because that volume was, that volume was everything. It was so, so good. So I can't remember what this manga is about, except for, as the title says, something happens. Her boyfriend loses her memories. She's still in love with him, and she still wants to be with him, but he doesn't know who she is. And so I'm assuming that the manga is her trying to, I guess, relive out these memories that they had, try and help him remember something. I don't really know, but it was just a name drop that sold me on this, and the art is stunning. Yes, I read the preview, the first chapter on Bookwalker. It is so good. I cannot wait for this to release next month. It is going to be so, so good. Now, this is sort of manga news related. It's actually more like anime related, and that is Cells at Work is getting a live adaptation. I don't think anybody had this in their bingo cards that Cells at Work will get a live adaptation. It looks so good. I hope it comes stateside because I really like the trailer. Yes, there's already a trailer. Red Blood Cell, the actress for her, she is just bringing that role to life so incredibly well. And I did talk about Red Blood Cell and how she's a character that I can see myself in. I talked about that last week. So I always love seeing like new things with Cells at Work because I'm like, I love Red Blood Cell, especially when it's like the original Cells at Work and not like Cells at Work Black, Cell at Work Germs, or Cells at Work whatever, like something. I think there's a baby one too. I mean, those are great. That's great. But I love the original series, though. I haven't read the manga, but I really love the first season. It just looked like such a faithful adaptation, and it looked very fun. The action that they did share looked really, really good. So I'm excited for this, and I hope that it will eventually come to the US because I will be watching it. Viz last week surprised everybody. I think they had 2 different license announcements, but let me tell you, one of the ones, it was on my bingo card, and that was Twisted Wonderland. This is the episode of Savannah Claus, so this is sort of like all of the dorms or the episodes don't really like go with one another because they're all based off of different dorms. So this one is like the second one that comes after the current Twisted Wonderland that we have in English of the manga. I am so excited. I was taking a nap and then I logged on to Twitter real fast, or just like to sort of like wake up, I guess you would say. And I think my friend Crystal was the one that shared it. She tagged me. The way I almost screamed getting out of my bed, I was like, oh my goodness, we are getting it, because I was like, man, I really thought since we have all this other Twisted Wonderland series, art book and whatnot, that I'm like, surely we will be getting this. And they didn't say anything. And then like a week later, they're like, hey, look what we have. And I was like, I'm sated, I'm here. It comes out in spring of 2025. I think it's April. Yes, I already put it on my spreadsheet. I cannot wait. I will be pre-ordering it. I'm just waiting for a deal. But I will be pre-ordering it because I love this series. I love the game. Even though me and Leona, the guy on the cover, we have a love-hate relationship. I don't like his actions, but I love the way he sounds like in the game. He has such a nice voice. He's the same VA as Noah in Why Rayleigh was at the Duke's Mansion. Oh gosh, I'm blanking on his name, but he's the guy from Play It Cool Guys. He's like the oldest one out of the whole bunch. I love their voice. His voice, excuse me, is so good. But I'm like, your actions just drive me crazy. So I'm very, very excited for this. And I really hope that we're getting, and there's another manga, I never could say it right, but I'll leave the cover here. I've done like the quizzes of like, what dorm would you be in? And this is the one I would be in. At first, I had a little bit of mixed feelings because I'm like, I'm not a swindler. I'm not. But over time, it's been like almost maybe a year now. I'm not really sure. But I'm like, okay, yes, I would be in this dorm. I'm not a swindler, but everything else lines up. I'm like, this is the dorm I belong in. So I have come sort of to terms, but I'm hoping that that is the next manga license that we will get from them, as well as the novel of the Savannah Claw. I'm like, yes, give it to us, Viz. You were delivering, and I am so very happy. Now, if you're looking to buy some manga, but you're like, I really want a discount. I mean, who doesn't want manga on a discount? And you're okay with reading digital, Kodansha is actually doing a humble bundle. It's sort of like the manga in this bundle is, I think it's read past what you've seen in the anime. And like for $30, you can get so much manga. I think they said like if you were to get the top, because it's like 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, it goes up to 30, I think at the most, or maybe 40, you would save like over $1,000, or there's like $1,000 worth of anime, or excuse me, manga, I could speak, in this humble bundle. Some of them that I remember seeing was like Windbreaker, A Condition Called Love, Vampire Dormitory, Fairy Tale, there's some other ones. Oh, Cheese Sweet Home was another one. So definitely check that out if you're looking to read past the anime, you want more of these stories, and you want it on a really big discount, because I'm like $30. Like, let's go look and see what you can get for $30. This is what you can get. Now, mind you, when I say these volume numbers, with this, you're getting everything before. So I'm just going to go do that because it's easier. So A Condition Called Love, volumes 1 through 13, Cheese Sweet Home, volumes 1 through 12, Fairy Tale, 100 Years Quest, volumes 1 through 15, Go Go Loser Ranger, volumes 1 through 9, and it keeps going with I Was Reincarnated as the 7th Prince, so I could take my time perfecting my magical ability, and Twilight of Focus, and a few others. All of those you will get for $30. For $30, you're getting all of those. And I'm just like, whoa, that is an incredible deal. So definitely go check that out. I think this ends June 29th. You have up until June 29th to unlock these, to get this bundle and get so much manga here. Like, this is the best way to, if you don't mind reading digitally, this is the best way to get these titles and get so many of them for such a good deal. Now it's time for my manhwa news. And of course, it's about Penelope, Villains Are Destined to Die. I'm like, yes, I've got to talk about it. So this is sort of like, it's called Tumblebug, and I think it's very similar to Kickstarter maybe, but there is a whole line of jewelry that they are doing that is inspired by Villains Are Destined to Die. So they have this rose necklace that is inspired by Penelope, and you can put basically like essential oils within the necklace. Here is the thing though, the smells, or like the essential oils and whatnot, are there's a smell for each of the guys. Yes, even Derek, if that's like what you want and that's your cup of tea, you do you, person, you do you. But you can even get that. So you can get Callisto, and he's smiling, he looks so happy, and it gives you a details about what they all smell like, and I was like, this is amazing. But the one that I was really excited for is you can get Penelope's amulet. The way I like freaked out when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm pretty sure I was starry-eyed when I first saw it. Not only that, you can also get, they have like some kind of card, but the other thing that was really cool is it's an acrylic stand, really nice, like they're like $20 each, like USD, but you have the acrylic stand or whatever, and then you can flip it and glitter will fall behind the character of your choice. And of course it goes with each one, like Penelope's pink, Callisto's red, Derek's blue, Reynolds is pink, and you know, thus forth. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, I don't think I would get the necklace. I would love to have like a Penelope inspired necklace, but the amulet, yes, I will take that hands down. I was like, it's not open yet. When I first saw the news, you can go on the website for Tumblebug and you can actually get a thing to notify you. Okay, so starting June 26th, that is when it drops at 3 o'clock. And if you back this campaign or however it works, I've never used Tumblebug before, you can actually get an early gift. I think that's where the character cards come into place. And I'm just like, oh, like I want everything. And I was looking at just the acrylic stands. I think it was like $100 for all of them. I'm like, I don't really want Derek though. So I'm like, I just want Penelope. I just want Penelope. So I'm hoping shipping is not too much, because I'm seriously wanting to back this and seriously get something, because I'm assuming you could do international. I really, really hope so. But the necklace looks beautiful. Everything looks really, really incredible. So go check it out. Even if you don't want to back the campaign, just to go read what each dude's scent is with something else. It was really interesting. I think the artist said that I forgot how she said she was involved. Like, she was able to do something though involving this. I don't know if she could contribute like what she thought each guy, like what their smell would be or what, but it was just cool. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. So I had to share this because I was just so very excited. Official Penelope jewelry kind of thing. Like, yes, sign me up. I am here. I am seated. Now, the last thing that was probably maybe the most exciting is that Yen Press had some license announcements this past Friday, and boy, they were cooking. They were cooking. I'm not going to share everything. I'm just going to talk about the ones I was most interested in and most excited for. And I always feel like it's a good day when you have a publisher starting out with some shoujo. Like, hello. Yes, thank you for seeing us who love shoujo. We love it. The thing was, though, they actually had a new audiobook announcement, and it was of My Happy Marriage. And I just think that's so cool. I don't listen to audiobooks. I'm a very visual learner, visual person. I mean, if I'm going to listen to audio, I still have to physically be able to read it and see the words. I can't just listen to audio. This is unfortunate for me in this sense. This is why I don't listen to podcasts, because I really, really struggle to like comprehend what they're saying. Anyway, nobody asked about that. But My Happy Marriage coming to audiobook, and all of these, I believe they said for all these announcements that they're coming out later this year. I really thought that these would be coming out in 2025, especially since all of is all their like recent license announcements, they said it would all be April, May, next spring, more or less. But these ones, suppose they're coming by the year, before the year ends. So keep an eye out. And so again, I'm just really happy and excited for everybody who loves audiobooks and listens to them, because now you can listen to My Happy Marriage. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. I totally flailed. And my kids were like, oh, mom got something she likes. She's really excited. And that this is a manga, and that is Agents of the Four Seasons Dance of Spring. Now, Yen Press already licensed, I think they have like 2-3 volumes out already of the light novel of this. In case you didn't know, the light novel is by the same creator of Violet Evergarden. I was like, well, I'm not really reading light novels. I'm behind on what I have already, but I was very curious about it, and I found there's a manga. I'm like, well, hopefully, maybe one day we'll get it. That day is here, y'all. That day is here. We officially have it in manga. This is a shoujo. The art on the cover looks absolutely breathtaking. Very, very excited. I don't fully remember what it's about. I was just like, I recognize this title. The cover's pretty. I want it. That was pretty much my line of thinking for this. I know that it's something to do with the 4 seasons, and that each person and like their guard or protector is helping the seasons to come back and be the season that they are. So it sounds good, looks good, cannot wait to read it. This one I think is a seinen. It's called Dracula's on the Night Shift, and it just sounded super funny to me. When you have a vampire working at a night job at, say, like a convenience store, I think when I read the blurb, he ends up helping this lady. Come to find out, she is a vampire exterminator. And not only that, when he helps her, he finds out that they share or live in the same apartment building. I was so, oh my goodness. So like, this guy needs a break. This is supposedly by the same creator as The Devil is a Part-Timer, which I have not read or watched. My husband watched it, thought it was super duper funny. So I am very curious about this because it just sounds so funny. I'm sort of liking that we're getting more vampire stuff. I am team werewolf, but I do acknowledge that I do like reading vampire stuff because Dark Moon, The Blood Altar, really, really love that manhwa a lot. So I'm like, obviously, and Bloody Sweet as well. I'm like, well, obviously I do have a thing for vampires, so I do want to check this out because it just sounds a lot of fun to read and check out. Next up was the josei. Josei alert. And not only josei, y'all, not only josei, this is a fully colored manga. It looks so good. It is called I Picked Up This World Strategy Guide. Look at this cover. Look at this cover. Can we appreciate the aesthetic of it? How she's got goggles. I'm like, I feel like this is a design that you don't typically see for shoujo and josei, at least ones that come to the US. It has a very steampunkish kind of vibe to it. I don't know if it has actual steampunk, but it gives me that vibe. And I'm like, I'm here for it because I don't know of any other shoujo or josei that I personally have seen in a long time, or if at all, that has steampunk kind of vibes. So if you know any that are in English, definitely let me know. Don't hesitate to tell me. I'm here for the art. I'm showing up for the fully colored manga because I love fully colored manga. I know not everybody likes them, but I love it. That's part of why I really love manhwa. But this sounded really good. This girl, her name is Sana. She finds a book and it says everything about everyone, including the future. So I guess it's sort of like, what is she going to do after finding this omnipotent book where everybody's features in here? I'm assuming even her own? That it's in there, and what is she gonna do? I don't know how long or how many volumes that there are, but again, I am seated, and shout out to my friend Moon Bunny because when I saw it, I'm like, this has some shoujo-like vibes. I don't know if it is. And she's like, no, it's a josei. It's in the same magazine as, was it She Loves to Cook and She Loves to Eat? And I said, okay, that's all I needed to know. That's all I need to know. Sometimes just knowing the demographic for me, I'll be honest, sometimes it really does sell. And that was what sort of pushed me over before I knew it was a josei. But finding out it was a josei and we get so little of it, I'm like, yes, I'm seated. I'm here for it. Very, very, very excited for this one. And the last one, the last thing I'll talk about, this is another manga announcement, and this is actually a seinen, and that is April Showers Bring May Flowers. Y'all, look at this cover. Look at this cover. She's wearing glasses, and look, we were into shoujo Discord, right? And we're talking, and the first thing, I think it was Phantom, she asked, but does she keep her glasses the whole series? Y'all, we found out that the girl keeps her glasses for the whole series. Yes! Y'all know how hard it is to find manga characters where they have glasses and they keep their glasses, especially if they're female. This is a thing to celebrate. Even if it ain't shoujo, we're celebrating. We're celebrating, and I'll be honest and say that is, I hadn't even read the blurb, but when I found out she kept her glasses the whole series, I'm like, yep, I need to support. I need to support. But it sounds really cute. I love the cover. Pretty sure the premise, she's not a very popular girl, and then she meets this young man, and, you know, romantic sparks fly everywhere, and I guess what says that her life slowly begins to change, and I'm assuming that's what it is. It looks super cute. Shout out to my my friend Jess, she be knowing her anime stuff, and she says, hey, oh, hey, that has an anime coming out, and there was another one too. She's like, that's got anime coming out. I'm so thankful for y'all because I keep up with manga, but I don't keep up with anime. So this also has an anime coming. I'm not sure when. I'll leave a link down below because I saved the Crunchyroll link that she sent me, but I'm here for it. I am here for it. It sounds really cute, and it was just great. I really felt like, even if I'm not interested in everything that Yen Press shared on Friday, I felt like they was cooking. There was another one, I didn't save it because it's more of like, this is a cover love kind of thing, but it had dragons, and I'm like, this cover just looks really cool. I didn't have anything on my personal wish list that was licensed, but I definitely want to pick up a whole bunch of things, and hopefully you guys felt the same way. Hard to believe Anime Expo is coming, so there's gonna be more license announcements coming soon. I'm like, if y'all are already cooking here, y'all gonna be super cooking when it comes to Anime Expo. I'm like, I don't know if my heart or my wallet is ready, but I feel ready. So I guess I'm ready, but my wallet ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that is pretty much all of the manga news that I have today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely let me know what license announcements are you most excited for. And if there's any manga news or manhwa news that you want to share with me, let me know. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!